Hey, welcome to Half the Battle.
Today, we're taking a look at a vehicle from the Rise of Cobra toy line. You know, from that movie? So meet the Cobra Gunship. This toy was released in 2009 with all original parts. And the first thing we gotta do is talk about the name.
Yeah, I know, normally this is something I'd bring up during the character discussion, but it's bugging me so much I'm starting with it.
The Rattler, the Stinger, the Night Raven. These are iconic names. They are also unique names. And then we have the Cobra Gunship. The Gunship. Really? Really?
That's the best name they could come up with?
This is like if they would call the Sky Striker the Jet Fighter.
Okay, now that I've gotten that off my chest, let's talk about the actual toy.
It's not bad looking, but it does look like a helicopter that's missing its blades. There really should have been something on top to distract from that, like another gun or a missile launcher. I'm not too wild about the main color. I know the Rise of Cobra line was going for a different aesthetic, but metal gray looks really bland. This thing would look a lot better in black or Cobra blue.
In fact, it's sorta weird that this thing never got re-released in a later G.I.Joe toy line in a different color. That would have been cool.
Detailing is pretty sparse. You've got some rivets all over the body, but that's about it. Well, the inside of the cockpit is a bit more detailed, but nothing to wow me. The segmented canopy is pretty nice though.
With the look being pretty basic, the play features will have to do some heavy lifting to impress kids from 2009.
There's a small gun on the front that would be able to move 360 degrees if not for a handle getting in the way. There's 3 of these handles on the bottom of the thing that don't serve any purpose I can ascertain. I suppose you could have a figure grab them and hang on, though that looks pretty stupid. There's a door panel on the side that can open up and reveal a compartment that can comfortably seat 1 figure, or can uncomfortably seat 2. The panel also has 2 footbags on it for figures, but I'd only put them on if the panel is on the ground.
It looks and feels a little too breakable to support much weight in the air.
There's only 1 opening door panel. The one on the other side is solid plastic, which is a bit of a shame, and Hasbro being a bit cheap, I guess. It's even weirder because there are 2 other panels on the engine compartment that both open up to reveal the guts of the gunship. Beneath those panels are 2 missile launchers that really shoot and even slide out a bit for added fun. On the underside, there are 3 short stubby landing struts that you can retract into the main body.
Finally, on top of the engine compartment, there's a little button.
Pushing this opens a little compartment in the bottom that then hopefully releases 3 short stubby bombs. You could just put them back in and close the hatch, but you can also open up yet another panel on top that opens a hole all the way to the bottom, which I have to admit is a pretty cool feature. There is a small irritation thanks to these bombs though, as every time I move the bloody thing they rattle around in there.
Yeah, that can get a little annoying, especially if you have to move the thing around a lot for, I don't know, say, a review.
Overall, the Cobra Gunship is not bad. It looks basic, but also sleek and fast. There's even a certain menace coming from it. Still, I would have liked to have seen it in Cobra Blue. And like I mentioned, that was the only toy they ever made of this particular concept.
But there are a few more things to talk about.
I already mentioned the lame name, but I'm not done talking about that just yet. You see, other names were considered and even show up in other media like a trading card or comic. It could have been called the Typhoon or the Razor. Apart from being names of WWF wrestlers, they're also damn cool, so why the hell did the toy end up just being the Cobra Gunship? I guess it could have been a copyright or trademark issue, because those always ruin everything. Moving on, the Cobra Gunship came with a figure, namely Firefly. Firefly!
I have notes!
First, Firefly wasn't in the Rise of Cobra movie. He did have a prominent role in the soft reboot sequel Retaliation. Second, Firefly isn't a damn pilot, he's a saboteur. And yes, I know in the cartoon everybody could fly anything, but this was the movie where that didn't apply, or shouldn't apply anyway.
Why would he be flying the damn thing?
Third, the figure doesn't look like Firefly. You know what it does look like? A freaking gyro viper. So why not just call him a damn Gyro Viper? The choice to include Firefly here baffles me.
As far as other media go,
well, the gunship appeared in the Rise of Cobra movie and related stuff. It looked cool. Now, you would be forgiven to think I'm just stating the obvious here, but there were plenty of Rise of Cobra toys that were not in the movie, like Firefly. So yeah, I have to make a point of mentioning this vehicle was featured. And that's about it for the gun... You know what? I'm just gonna call it the Razor, okay? A pretty cool toy. Now repaint it, Hasbro.
well, I'll see you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing?